fields. I've got May 1, 2, 3, 4 to get it planted, to get it rolled, and everything else. So that's kind of where we're sitting. That is a Merlot, that is a thing, that is a tractor, and again, he got stuck. Turn it off, and turn it on again, and off he goes. And the reason he keeps stopping is because, as I said, the hedge is just too close to the edge of the field, and he gets a little bit upset that he hasn't got the room to do it. Okay, Massey Ferguson. No, not Massey Ferguson. I don't try that one. Okay. So we'll go get the lime spreader. We'll fill it up with lime. Now the way lime, you need to do every third harvest to get the benefit from it. Because I'm using precision farming, lime affects the pH of the ground, which can affect your which affects your yield eventually. So if you lime every time you harvest, you don't use much lime. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, that one. You don't use much lime in the course of your liming a field. However, see, I've got a lot of lime, but that's only a cart and a half. If you have to go multiple harvests, you need, if you harvest once and then lime, you need a little bit of lime. If you harvest twice and then lime, you're going to need twice as much lime. If you harvest 3 times and then lime, you're going to need 3 times as much lime. But that kind of makes sense. You've got to replenish the lime that you, or the, you've got to fix the acidity that you caused during harvesting. Oh, I am doing a very poor job of this. Yeah, we're out. So we'll go to the field. I've got precision farming on, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. What other things did I need to do? We bought the mower in, we bought the rollers ready. As soon as this is limed, technically I can get onto seeding. Unfortunately, the only seeding tractor I have is the Xerion, which is collecting grass. And the only rolling tractor I have is the Xerion, which is it's all a thing. So yes, normally it's just you would be told you need to lime, and looking at the maps. So as I said, you look on here, needs ploughed, needs rolled. Liming is one of the things here, and fertilizer is one of the things here, but because I'm precision farming, those disappear from this screen and end up here. And if I go look at pH, green is good, red is bad, so, and purple's bad too. So you don't want it too much and you don't want it too little. But if you've got, I'll pull up the help screen. At the bottom there it says pH value, lime application, application rate, auto, right at the bottom of that panel. So long as you've got it on auto, you will not spread more than you need. So we pull into the field, we will unfold the spreader. And I think that's good. We just turn. Okay. So now you can see it's measuring out This is the level of the pH, and again, precision farming. This is the ideal level for this soil type here, so it's going to add that small amount of lime. If you buy a field, you tend to find that the pH value is way down here, so the amount of lime it has to add is huge. So you drain this thing off very, very quickly. But for us here now, I can probably get the entirety of this field done very, very quickly, and I'm going to do it manually rather than set a worker on it. I'm wasting time collecting grass, and you can see that is hardly dropping. We're at 97%, and over in the mini map you can see the greenness of the field is getting a little bit greener, less yellow. Oops, and we're spreading lime on the road. Actually, I don't think we are, because we're at auto coverage. It only spreads lime where it needs to spread lime. So if you drive over a bit of the field that's already got lime in it, it turns off. That's fine. I mean, precision farming, it's optional DLC from Giants. It makes the game a little bit more realistic, less arcadey, because you now have more things to think about. In base game, when you fertilize, you have to spread fertilizer twice to get the biggest yield. With precision farming, you don't, because I'm spreading exactly what's needed on the field. I can do it in one pass. If I was using a seeder with fertilizer in it, I would usually turn, if we go back to here, I would turn that automatic application rate off and set it to a fixed level, which I know is going to put me slightly less than the ideal level. And then what I do is I'll come back later with a sprayer and precision spray it. Again, kind of thing that real life farmers will do. And something like this, while it can throw fertilizer out there, it's a little bit random. So you don't get precise coverage in theory. Whereas with a liquid sprayer, if you've got the right equipment on the sprayer, the nozzles will turn on and off per a detailed pre-programmed coverage, and only use what it needs to use at the point where it needs to use it. My sprayer also has a weed detector, so it will only spread herbicide where there's weeds. Now let's have a look how that looks. That looks bad. You can see now, because there is nowhere underneath my tractor that needs lime, the spreader's turned off. I didn't turn it off. If you look at the top left, it's still blue because I haven't turned off the application of lime. All I've done is the automatic equipment in my tractor says actually stop spreading for a minute because we're driving over an area that's already been spread. Now, yeah, the auto application is only a thing. It also means that some spreaders, not this one, on a sprayer you can turn some nozzles off manually. When you're running precision farming with all the automated computer controls that are available, all of a sudden you don't have to, because let's just try down here. Because it's programmed to turn off the nozzles as needs be. You could watch people like precision farming. It's actually PC and console. It's a Giants written, sponsored by John Deere and possibly AGCO, I can't remember. sort of realism mod. It's been available since Farm Sim 19, and once I used it, I decided, yeah, like this, and I use it all of the time on all of my playthroughs. And we're actually chunking through the lime a little bit faster now because this part of the field is more deficient pH wise than the rest, the initial bit that we did. Anyway, but yeah, base game without precision farming, you would lime once every 3. Oh, the auto shut up. No, it's part of the precision farming auto application rate. If I if I come to here, there is deactivate the auto application rate. That looks like a period. So if I turn, no, comma. So if I turn that off, whoops, let's not have it activated. I'm wasting stuff. Thank you. Okay, so if I turn off the auto application rate, it's now set to a fixed amount. I've over applied lime in this area now. K and M will adjust up or down how much more or less I put in. So if we drive forwards into this part of the field where there is a deficiency in lime, there you go. Now I can apply more or less, and I'm basically guessing how much to apply. And that's good for this particular bit, but as I drive down the field, some bits might need more or some bits might need less. So when I'm doing a solid fertilizer application or a manure application, I may set it sort of at that point and allow myself a little bit of padding for when I come back with the sprayer to do it. Anyway, let's turn automatic back on again, which is that, and turn that on. Oops. So yes, if you've got automatic application on, it will turn it off and turn it on again. If you do not have automatic on, then it will just spread it all the time, and that can, as I said, that can be a problem because you can overlime an area because you've already put some on the field. So right here turns off. So we come back again, it activates again. Now those bits over there which aren't white, not a big deal. They do actually have lime on them. It's just the graphical. Actually, looks like I missed some. Should go around and get them. That was definitely bad. So sometimes it's just not enough there to trigger the auto application, but as I said, it's probably fairly close to good enough. Okay, we'll get this finished. We can turn that off again. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I like precision farming, is because one, I don't have to fertilize a field every single time. There is benefit for me going out and liming a field because, as you can see here, I've come out to this field, I've spread lime over the whole field, I've still got, going to have still about 40% of a tank left in the in this once we've done with this field. Now if I'm doing it every 3 harvests, which is what base game suggests is a good plan, I'd have got half the field done, and I'd have to go back to the farm, refill the tank or the spreader, and do it all again. I'd do the rest of it. And these they're not big fields. They're not like American fields, but they're bigger than some. So that's that done. And again, I try and get jobs, you know, the New Holland sat on the mulcher, and that will stay on a mulcher for the rest of this day, possibly the next day. This tractor will remain on this until I've finished spreading all of my fields, and then I'm going to have to hitch it up to the other thing, the sprayer, so that I can get that second oat field, which looks very, very unfortunate. Okay, let's fold that up. So yeah, go back to precision farming. So this field is now the same colour as that one. This field hasn't been cut yet. Where am I? Sorry, this field. This field has been cut, so it's not as bad as that one. That's been cut 3 times since the last application of lime. But once I come onto this field, spread lime here, it's going to look like that one. This one down here, if we go from pH to nitrogen, is fertilizer. Grass doesn't use a lot of fertilizer, so orange is as good as it gets. But you look at this field, and they are red. They're down 0.20 kilos per hectare of nitrogen. They need to be replenished. They should be up at the 60-40. So it should be up about 60-40. So it's not a lot of nitrogen, but there's a little bit of fertilizer needs to go on those fields. This field is a... Now, hang on. That's an oat field, which I think is at ideal levels. This is over nitrogenated for that field. If we... let's get out and walk to this field. I've got a couple of mods that give me more information. So, sandy loam, pH is perfect, nitrogen is perfect. This field needs to be ploughed. And I could forage that field with a forage harvester. This field here is now perfect pH. Nitrogen's kind of okay, but it doesn't have... Oh, it might be counting the grass still, because we haven't destroyed the grass in that field. If I run down here, it's kind of a long way. I should go in the tractor. Let's go in the tractor. There we go. Don't turn it off. So if we run down here in the tractor, we'll find our 2 oat fields, which were a little way down the track here. I think it's these 2. 2 or 1? Yes, these 2. So the field immediately on our right was planted, I think, in fall. The one in front of us was first planting for spring. I'm probably going to hold off and harvest them at the same time. I should be able to get out of the tractor. So this here, bad weeds. I would need herbicide to kill those weeds. Not a lot I can do about it. If I go into the fields, this field I forgot to roll it. It's got good pH. It wasn't limed immediately prior to planting. It's got perfect levels of nitrogen, 100 kilos per hectare for oats. Are we oats? Yes. We're growing oats, growth stage 3 of 4. So this field, I can't roll it because I'd kill the oats, and it's perfect nitrogen. I kind of missed out with the pH, and we've got some bad weeds at the edge of the field. This field here has medium weeds. I need to use a hoe. There's two types of weeder. There's a weeder that only deals with base level weeds. These are sort of more mature weeds. You need a hoe for those, and a hoe will deal with, you know, fresh weeds and new weeds. We've got perfect pH, so I did spread lime here, and the nitrogen is okay because there's too much of it. This field had a withered crop, so the nitrogen didn't get used up with the previous. So I can't spray this field to make it good. So anyway, and if you... So we'll jump back in this tractor. I just noticed he ran off, and Cavalier Roy is lurking. Hello, Mr. Mapmaker. Welcome. Actually, you know what? To heck with this. We're running through the field. Actually, that's not too bad. I think I've still got 7,000 litres of... oh, boo. I have to move the mower. I parked it there because I figured I'm never going to need... It doesn't matter if it's still in the way. Yes, it does. Okay, so I'll bring this back, we'll refill it. So I am going to need more lime, because I'm going to need more lime. Again, I don't know what that is, why I have to keep jumping out and jumping back in again. But that will be mostly full. Oh, beat that 500 litres short. We'll close that. I'm going to take that round to the other field. So mower's out. How's the Xerion? Looks like he might have finished. Might be able to get paid some more. That's going to be a good thing. I'm going to park this on the edge of this field, ready for later. Going to have to move it because it's going to be in the way of the mulcher. That's fine. You're good, you're turned off. You're good. You can sit there for a minute and you are done. Let's get paid. Contracts. Cultivating. Cheap. So we got 42, 45 and 90, and I believe 42 and 45 are over here. So I come out of here, straight down there, round there, and we're into that complex of fields. Okay then, it's I'm thinking that hasn't finished. It hasn't finished. And again, it wasn't happy about the proximity of the hedge. Oh, 12:41 already. I'm going to... Okay, going to put this in the next field. I think I will probably call it here. We're all set up. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, game time. I'm all set up to finish the cultivating. We've got to finish collecting the grass in that field 77, I think it is, and then I can mulch and lime that as well. Oh, dude, do not turn around in front of a tractor. But I think potentially we're close enough that I might call this, I might do a little bit of work off camera, but potentially we could finish a lot of this off same time next week. So I'm going to park that on the field because I should turn that off. So we have 54,000 money, so we're back around where we were before at the end of last week again. Did a bunch of contracts, we've collected some of our grass for silage, and yeah, the farm is working. May 1st. I need some food, I need something to drink. My computer is complaining because it's overheating, so I think now is a good time to call it. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see anything that you might have missed, videos are released on YouTube. But for now, follows and likes are good. I'm out of here. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. That already got delivered. Yeah, I'm out of here. Have